One of the ways that I see procrastination is pride. I see procrastination as you having the time to do something and then thinking that you're going to have another opportunity to do it. Sometimes that's not the case, and that's why procrastination is something that you need to deal with. Today we're going to be talking about 5 ways to deal with procrastination, 5 ways to stop procrastinating today. So get a glass of your favorite drink and let's get into today's topic. Hey fam, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tobi Achudume. Here on this channel, we'll talk about topics, tips, and tricks that will help us grow fearlessly to the best versions of ourselves with a focus on productivity, personal growth, and faith. Today, we're going to be looking at 5 habits to break procrastination. 5 habits to break procrastination, and let's go. Just before I go on, I have a freebie in the description bar for you to download and check. It's completely free, and in this freebie, what you're going to see is how to identify why you procrastinate. So what are the reasons that you procrastinate? There are a number of reasons there that would help you to identify why you are procrastinating and then how to take active steps to stop procrastination. Let's look at these habits that we have for you today. Number 1 is that you're going to talk yourself through the process of your procrastination. So contrary to what we think, procrastination is not something that just happens, right? You don't just decide to procrastinate in the moment. Procrastination is a process. You think about it. It's a conversation that you have with yourself. And the conversation normally goes like this. You're talking to yourself and then you go, I really don't feel like I should do this right now. Maybe I should do it later. And then you answer, sure, let's do it later. We don't have to do it now. End of conversation. But what I want you to do today is to continue that conversation, right? So when you get to the point where you are telling yourself that you don't want to do it, ask yourself why. Why don't I want to do this right now? Is there something better that I want to use my time to do? What am I going to lose if I don't do this right now? Have a conversation with yourself through the process of procrastination. Talk yourself through it. It gets to a point where you are asking the questions and you just don't have the answer to. At that point, you're going to do what you need to do because you then know that you are procrastinating and nobody likes to be seen as a procrastinator, right? So this scenario that I have just painted, I'm sure that you have had a conversation like this with someone physically before. I know I have. When you're asking somebody you want to do something, telling somebody that you want to do something, and then they're asking you for the reason, like, why do you want to do it? What are you going to get? And it gets to a point where you're like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do it anymore. That's the kind of conversation you need to have with yourself when it comes to procrastination. Talk to yourself to the point where you can either defend your procrastination or it's pointless and then you just do what you need to do. At the end of your conversation, we're going to get one thing. You're either doing it or you're not doing it. But chances are you're going to do it because it's going to be pointless to not do it. That's the first step you need to take. Talk yourself through it. Don't end your conversation with, okay, let's not do it. Ask why. Talk to yourself. Yes. Number 2, do not overwhelm your day with tasks. So some of us like to just see a long to-do list. It just gives us this kind of high. The problem with that is that when you have a very long to-do list, chances are you're not going to get half of those things done. And when you already see that you have too many things to do, it causes overwhelm. And when you're overwhelmed, you don't want to do anything. When you see that you have 1,001 things on your to-do list, you don't even know where to start from. You really don't know where to start from. So limit the amount of tasks that you want to do. I normally just go with 4 or 5, and then if you have the time, after you are done with these 5, if you have time, then you can add one more, and then if you finish it, you can add one more. That is much better than you putting 10 things on your list and then it is so overwhelming that you get nothing done. Reduce the number of tasks and responsibilities that you're giving yourself every day. You don't have to start a business, start 2 businesses, start 3 businesses, and record 10 videos in one day. Absolutely not. You can split it. So reduce how much things you have to do in your day, and that is going to reduce your excuses for procrastination. When you see that you have many things on your list, then you have reasons to procrastinate. But when you have only 3 things, you really don't have. What are you using 24 hours to do? It's just 3 things. You're going to get it done. Number 3, complete your tasks. So one of the things that we do, I used to do this. I would start a task and then stop halfway for no reason. What I realized when I was doing that is that it became difficult for me to go back to that task. So make it an habit for yourself that when you start a task, you're going to finish it. When you start something, you're going to complete it. Do not leave a task halfway done, because when it is halfway done, you're encouraged that you're almost done, but then you don't get it done completely. If it is 80% done, it's even worse because you know that it's just 20% and you can continue to push that 20%. When you start doing something, make sure that you're done with it. And I used this when I was writing my thesis. I made sure that if I started something, if I started an article, I was going to be done with that article in a day. If I started highlighting important points in one document, I made sure that I completed that document before I stopped it, before I started another task, or before I started something different. Complete one task before you start another one. Don't just jump from task to task or responsibilities to responsibilities. You're going to drain yourself and you're going to lose motivation to complete your tasks. So make it an habit to not quit on your task. Make it an habit to complete your task and your responsibilities. When you start task A, complete task A before you go to task B. Number 4, you're going to break down your tasks. Yes, again, don't overwhelm yourself. So there are basically 2 ways that you can overwhelm yourself when it comes to your journey of productivity and not procrastinating. Number 1, you have too many things to do. Number 2, you're overwhelming yourself with the size of your responsibility. So when you have a task and the task seems daunting, it seems enormous, you don't feel like doing it because you don't, again, know where to start from. Break down this task into smaller bits. I say this all the time. Break your task down into smaller bits. And I'm going to use cleaning as an example. So one of the things that you have said you want to do, say today is Saturday, is you want to clean the house. And in the house, you have so many rooms and so many things that you need to do. So cleaning involves organizing, arranging, cleaning the bathroom, cleaning the kitchen, making sure that your laundry is done, folded laundry, ironed laundry, and all of that. When you look at it in the whole, it seems like a lot. Even me saying it is a lot right now. What I would advise to do when it comes to breaking those tasks down is that you want to make sure that they are easy for you to do. So clean the kitchen, clean the bathroom, do my laundry, fold my laundry. Those are easier tasks to manage than you saying clean the house. Clean the house from where? Where are we starting from? But if you say you want to clean the kitchen, yes, that's a starting point. I'm cleaning the kitchen. I'm going to start with the fridge. Even that you can break it down to clean the fridge, clean the oven, and all of that. But that aside, make sure that your tasks are in bits that you can handle. Know yourself enough to know that when you have a huge task, I would never put clean the house on my to-do list. I would put it in bits. I would say clean the kitchen, wash the bathroom, do my laundry. That's how I do it. And that makes it easy for me to do. Even when I say I want to meal prep, I don't do grocery shopping and cooking at the same time. I do it differently, except I forget something. So break your task down into bits and pieces that you can handle per time. Number 5, you want to schedule your distractions. And I say it as number 5 because I say this so many times. I probably say it in all my videos at this point, that you need to schedule your distractions. When we schedule our distraction, you reduce your chances or the excuses that you give to procrastination. When you have a time for the things that would make you procrastinate, because I assume that one of the things that makes us to procrastinate is that you are pressing your phone. I know I do that. When I schedule pressing my phone time, then when I'm working on something, pressing my phone shouldn't be a reason for me to not complete that task because there is a time to press the phone. So when you schedule your distractions, it makes it easier for you to not procrastinate. It makes it easier for you to not have an excuse when it comes to doing the things that you need to do and focusing on your tasks and responsibilities. You know that there is time for you to do this thing. If food is your distraction, you know that there is time for you to eat. If watching a TV series is a distraction, you know that there is a time for you to watch that series. It's not enough for you to just leave it as, oh, when I'm tired, I will do it. No, you want to schedule it. That makes you a disciplined person. That makes you able to handle excuses when your excuses come. You're able to say no to your excuses as well because there is a time for it. There is time for everything, including your distractions. So these are 5 habits that I'm very certain would help you to handle procrastination. Again, I have a freebie in the description bar for you to check. Do not forget to check it. You can also share the link with your friends and family, and let's figure out why you're procrastinating and how to help you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till next time, bye.